So there's so much opportunity in agriculture, but people are not really looking into it. Of all the three basic needs of life, food is the most important. I want to bring back the young minds into agriculture.
Wants to see me touch a pig.
I started farming from when I was 3 years old. My mom was a fisherwoman, so as a 3-year-old boy, she would take me to fishing with her. I lost her very early. I was 13 when she passed. So as sad as it was more like a motivation for me to become somebody in life. So we would go to the bush, set traps during the trap season. Whatever we kill, we sell, get books, pay school fees.
That was how you were able to study and go to school?
Yeah. I feel that if I can make it this far, anybody can make it. Nobody negotiated with God which country to be born in. I believe God has made us Nigerians because He deemed it fit that this is where we ought to be and live and survive. The whole idea of Japa is not the solution to our troubles. Yes, there's a lot going wrong with our country, but nobody's going to solve our problem. We have to solve our problem. There are so many opportunities, especially in agriculture.
This is a very special episode actually. There's food, there's wine, there's so much happening.
So hard work.
Yeah.
We're toasting to Kester Amos Consultancy. We are toasting to a better Nigeria.
Hey wonderful people, today I'm featuring an amazing man from the Niger Delta region, specifically in Bayelsa State. And he's over here and he's a farmer that is doing amazing things, you know, helping people out there to settle their farms and to do some amazing work in the farming and agricultural space. And I'm so excited to share his story with you today. So sir, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Can you introduce yourself to our audience? What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Mr. Amos Kester Ebiwe. I'm a farmer. Yeah.
You're a farmer?
Yeah, I'm a farmer.
Making millions from farming.
Kester Amos Farms is more like a training center for agri students and also interested farmers. So since we use the facility mostly for training, we have virtually everything. We have the poultry, we have the grass cuttery, we have the rabbitry, we have the fishery, the piggery unit, the snail unit. Yeah, so here is our piggery unit.
I can see the fish pond.
Yes. So with the fish pond, we have 3 different types of ponds. We have the earthen pond, which is a natural pond. As you can see, this is natural. Then by my left, these are the tarpaulin tanks. Though they are empty right now because we basically use them for sorting. So we introduce the fishes when they are fingerlings here. And as they grow, we begin to sort them to the earth and to the concrete. So yeah, so we have the 3 different types. And also when trainees come, it's an avenue to show them the different types of ponds and how they function.
So Mr. Kester, please tell us, how did you start your business?
It's not been an easy road. But the good thing is agriculture is what I studied in school.
Oh, nice.
I'm an animal scientist.
Seems like you've always been passionate about it.
Not really. Funny enough, agriculture was never my thing in secondary school. I'd never liked it. I actually applied to study pharmacy in the university. Yeah, so they gave me animal science, and as funny as it is, I didn't want to take it, you know. But my brother had to convince me, instead of sitting back at home for 1 year doing nothing again, why don't you just take it, you know?
So God bless your brother wherever he is.
It wasn't really interesting at the first stage. You know, my year 1, year 2, I was not feeling the course. But when I started my 300 level, I was now exposed to some form of practicals. So, you know, I started picking interest in the whole thing. I was like, wow. This thing may be more interesting than I think. So that was how I gave it my all, and as God will have it, graduated with a very good grade, a 2-1. And from my 500 level, I just had this dream. Being a very quiet person, I didn't want a flamboyant lifestyle. I just wanted to live a very quiet life. Have a farm, live within my farm. In the morning I wake up, go around, see my animals, and just have that feel of nature around me. You understand? And also, of course, when you have all of that and you're still making money out of it, what do you need?
It's a beautiful life.
Yeah, so that was the whole idea.
So, Mr. Kester, tell us, what was your background?
I was actually given birth in the mangrove raffia palm area of at the Babri community.
So you were not born with a silver spoon?
No, not at all, not at all. In fact, I started farming from when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom was a fisherwoman, so as a 3-year-old boy, she would take me to fishing with her, and I actually learned the art. So I think when I was 5, I literally started fishing on my own. Go to the bush.
Man, you have been a farmer. Let's just know that you have been a farmer.
Yeah, you know, when people look at me today, they don't know I did all those things. Even planting of cassava, planting of yam, and all those things. So you used to follow your mom to the farm? Yeah, of course, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Though I lost her very early. I was 13 when she passed. So
but do you think that's part of the reasons why you're still into farming? Like,
I would say it made me a stronger person. So I was more determined when she left. I knew that I couldn't relax anymore. I just had to make sure that life is easy for me at the end of the day. So I had to put so much effort in whatever I was doing. As sad as it was more like a motivation for me to become somebody in life. I think I was just running on my primary school when she passed on. Wow, so after then, I couldn't even go to school. I spent some years at home before I started GS1. Yeah. From there, I was fortunate enough, my elder sister took me in and registered me in secondary school. At my last days in secondary school, I didn't actually know the way forward because my sister who I was living with had left when I was in SS1. Literally from my SS1 to SS3, I was alone by myself. So I have a friend called Esuru. He's in the Nigerian army now. Yeah, that was my best friend. So we struggled together. So we would go to the bush, set traps during the trap season. Whatever we kill, we sell, get books, pay school fees.
That was how you were able to study and go to school?
Yeah, that was how I was able to finish my...
Oh my God.
This is the way to our greenhouse. You can see the signpost. You know, snail farming, we have the greenhouse system and the intensive concrete pest system. So this is where we have our greenhouse. So we do the production in the concrete pen and we do the growing out here in the greenhouse. So you see the environment is shady because we want it to be cool.
And it looks so natural. Trees everywhere. Let's go in.
So this is what it looks like. It's quite natural inside here and beautiful.
Nice.
Yes. So wow. So this is our greenhouse. So when the snails hatch from the concrete pen, which we are going to show you, we introduce the baby snails here. So here they live very natural, like they are in the wild. Just the way they live in the wild, that's how they live here.
How big is this place? Can you give us a...
this is 8 meters by 30 meters.
8 by 30 meters?
Yes, it's a standard size for our greenhouses. Yes. Nice. So we can have as much as 20 to 30,000 snails here, and you want to know
20 to 30,000 snails.
Yeah.
Why did you choose farming out of all businesses? Like, why? Because there are so many businesses now.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of potential in farming, and it's not being exploited actually. And for the fact that I went to school and studied agriculture, animal production. You know, these days people go to school after studying a course, they go out there and do something entirely different. And I also noticed that the farming age is way older than what it should be. Like what I said initially, the average farmer is 50 years, 60 years. So there's a need for the young minds to go into agriculture. So someone like me doing this, and the young generation can look at me and say, oh, if this guy is doing so well in farming, I can also do it, you understand? Just try to make a difference, to make them understand that farming,
there's an opportunity
there's an opportunity in farming. Like my rabbit farm, I can tell you how much I make from here. I make millions from here.
Wow, so farming is very lucrative.
Yes, it's very lucrative. Like the rabbits, the gestation period of the rabbit is 1 month. In 1 month, one of my female rabbits can give me 10 rabbits. And one single rabbit at 3 months old is 10,000 naira. I have lots of rabbits here producing. In fact, in a single bed, we can produce up to 150. And what do we feed them with? Grasses. The same thing with the grass cutter. And we have poultry here. We do all our feed analysis and all of that. And at the end of the day, after 6 weeks, we can make 1,000 naira, 1,500 from a single bed after 6 weeks. Wow. So there's so much opportunity in agriculture, but people are not really looking into it. They are not tapping into it. So why farming? It's because I want to bring back the young minds into agriculture, to see that the future is nothing if we are not actively in agriculture today. Of all the 3 basic needs of life, food is the most important. Take for instance when COVID-19 struck, nobody was caring about what to wear, where to go to. It's what to eat, you know. So that's the thing. And at that time, a lot of people realized the importance of agriculture. So, because I can tell you that because after COVID, we've had more clients looking into agriculture than before COVID, because the importance of agriculture can be seen at times of adversity.
You've gotten this far now. You're doing so much. You're consulting, you're training, you have a very big farm. You know, you're doing all these amazing things. But now, what's the vision for you 5 to 10 years from now?
I want us to be a household name, you understand? The whole idea is for us to establish and also bring in a lot of youths into agriculture. And to be one of the front-running companies when it comes to agriculture. We're able to establish farms, set up people, train youths in order to have branches in different countries. Already we have built some facilities outside Nigeria. We have farms we built in Cameroon, in Benin Republic, in Ghana, and so on. So the whole, I'm actually looking at in the next 5 years, Amos Consultancy should be the first company that comes to mind when you talk about agriculture in Nigeria.
What's going on here? I think our grilling has been beginning to happen.
So these are my IT students.
Nice. We have say hi now, IT students.
So we have IT students here.
Tell us about that. I saw so many people wearing their green.
Yes, this part of the vision. You know, in my 400 level, I actually did my IT in NIGER Delta. So right there, I saw a whole lot of things, and I was motivated. I said, okay, I would like to have a farm where students will also come and do IT one day. And today that dream is a reality, because we have lots of students right here with us. So these are some of them. And of course, everybody that visits this farm, we make sure we prepare something for them. So they are all set to prepare you a well-garnished chicken.
Nice. I can't wait for the well-garnished chicken. What are some of the challenges? I know there are challenges. Everybody that is in a great team must pass through challenges. Can you share with us 1 or 2 of those challenges that you go through in this business? Just to let people know that it's not all rosy. Right? No business is all rosy at the end of the day.
That's very true. Of course, the first area to look at is funding. All you've seen so far is generated from personal income. So we don't have support from the government. We don't have support from financial institutions like banks. When you approach them, why? Because we have so much knowledge. There's a lot we want to do, but we don't have the financial capacity. So when we approach these banks, and you know, also our terrain plays as a disadvantage to us. We're in Bayelsa State, so we've approached a few commercial banks, and they're like, the terrain is not good. What if they give us these loans and the flood comes and wipe off everything? So it all sets us back, but still we are pushing because we know where we are going to.
The flood discourages them.
Yes, because like the last flood that came before this past season, that's very
2022.
It's devastated a lot of farms, submerged a lot of farm produce and all of that. So those people who must have taken loans from these institutions can no longer make those payments. Yes, we are quite fortunate. We don't have the flooding affecting this part of the land, but for what they have experienced, they can't just release such. So another area is marketing. You know, it's one thing for you to have these things produced, another thing for the market to receive them. So marketing is also a bit of a challenge, though. For us now, we don't face it that much. That's because we're on a small scale. But going on a commercial scale, you have difficulties with things like broiler production. When they are due for harvest, you don't have people coming to take them all at once. You have to start feeding them beyond what's the time they should be there. So that's why I put up a cold room business, so I don't have to go through that struggle. So we slaughter when it's due and take it to the cold room, and we sell gradually. The last one is trust issue. Management. you have staff that are not really committed to the business, because one thing is for you to build the farm, the other thing is to manage it properly. I do travel a lot. Sometimes I'm out of the country for weeks or months and stuff like that, so it hasn't been easy, but anyhow we've just been trying to put things going. So those are some of the challenges we actually face.
Our manager just left us now, Kester, Amos, farms manager. He just left us to go and get something for us to eat. And while we're doing our interview around the farm, whatever we're going to eat very soon, I guess it's fire cooking for us. So yeah, keep watching and I may just share with you. So Kester, let's see what.
Alright, so let's take you to the poultry unit.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is the way to our poultry, and of course you'll be seeing some grasses around. These are the things. These are the things we feed our rabbits and grass cutters. So you can see how cheap it is to rear these animals. You don't really necessarily need to buy so much feed, because in livestock farming, feed takes 60 to 70% of production cost. Yeah, but with rabbit and grass cutter, you don't have to spend that huge amount on feeding, because they are pseudo ruminants. So they feed on grasses very well, roughages, our poultry unit, and this is the unit for the layers, although we have not brought in the birds yet, so you just have the cages here, but we have broilers on the other side. These are broiler units. As you can see, we use this for biosecurity. You must wash your hands if you want to go inside, and you must put your foot inside here before stepping into there. It's a measure of biosecurity. Two different sets. These ones are just over 4 weeks, and we have the ones that are about 8 weeks here. So you can see
these ones are big.
Yeah, they're big. Yeah, just
see this one on these.
it's relaxing.
Relaxing.
We don't do seasonal production. We do all year round production.
All year round,
because we have a cold room, so we slaughter from here and put on the cold in the cold room.
Have the cold room functioning properly.
Yes.
Wow, beautiful.
This is the piggery unit. It's quite small, but intensively built and properly managed. So we have some good breeds of pigs here. And you know, pigs are polytogous animals.
What does polytogous mean?
Polytogous means animals that produce large number of offspring.
Can give us like 8 as well.
No, a pig can give you up to 20.
Wow.
Yeah, at a single bet.
Wow.
Yeah, between 16, 20, 15, average of 10.
So if I have to pigs, can I get like 1,000 out of them?
That's gonna take you some time anyway. Yeah, but definitely you can. The only thing is we don't encourage inbreeding in animals. Yeah, so inbreeding is mating a brother and a sister together. So if you have only 2, definitely you need to get another male.
Don't do that.
You know, as much as it's a taboo in human beings, even in animals, it's not really encouraged. Yeah, we call the house, that's the unit where the pigs stay, a pen, that we call a pig pen, while the entire structure is a piggery unit. And they are very nice and gentle.
So it's coming closer to us.
You see.
Does he have a name?
No, I haven't given them any. So
this one is very big. A pig like this.
She's in actually. This will go for around 140, 150.
Oh, nice.
These are the winners. The winners are the ones you just separate from the dam, which is the mother pig. So after about 6 weeks with the mother, we separate them. So these are just about 2 months plus.
Do you encourage people to go into pig business, like from your experience?
Yeah, of course. It's a very good business, and I would encourage everybody to look into pig farming. Why? Because they have a high productivity and they also have a very high growth. They have a very high conversion rate.
What of capital? Is it capital intensive? What of to start the business?
It depends. If you're starting on a small scale, it's not so expensive. You can actually have 1 male and 2 females. You started with that.
Nice. Anyway, you're a consultant, so people that are watching this should know what to do.
Yeah, of course.
I can reach out to you for more information.
As you can see, it's the rabbit unit. So I'd like to take you inside so you can have a good view of the rabbits. So we have lots of rabbits. Practically everywhere we have rabbits. You know, I told you they produce very fast. And they give birth to a whole lot in a single bed. So these are some of our young rabbits. So you can see this doe You can see the young ones here. She just gave birth to them.
They are so cute.
Yeah, they're very beautiful. It's a very lucrative business. And what people don't know about rabbit is it's the best meat for consumption.
Really?
Yes, the protein content in rabbit meat is higher than beef.
Is it better than snail?
Poultry. Well, snail and rabbit. Well, for me, it's the healthy competition. Yeah. We get the manure. You can see these are the droppings of the rabbits.
Yeah. We
get them and use them as fertilizer for our crop fields, and people also come here to buy them. This is the conference hall and office building.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see our students are in there.
So this is where you do the training and
yes.
the offices. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the concrete pen for the snails. So this is where we do the production. And once we produce here, the eggs are laid here. Yeah. We hatch the eggs, then we transfer the baby snails into the greenhouse. Okay. So that's the mode of operation.
The shell of some of your snails?
Yes.
From the farm,
Yes.
This big?
Yeah.
Can you see how big this stuff is?
This is a Ghanaian species. We call it the Akatina.
Ghanaian species?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the common snail, the rare in Ghana. Oh. While in Nigeria, you have more of this species.
Okay, it actually looks different.
Yeah. You can see the apex is pointed. Yeah. The apex is blunt.
Okay, it's broader. This is Nigeria. Let me educate them. This is Nigeria. And this is Ghanaian. So who is going to win? They've been winning them in jollof rice. So now let's see who will win. But they're winning us. The house is bigger actually. It looks small.
No, ours is actually bigger. Just that these are small species.
So
these are small sizes.
We win you guys in jollof and the snail. I'm joking, please. In your business, is there like an investment opportunity for people?
Yeah, we are open to that. For instance, we have our first partner. Who is going to partner with us on the poultry, the layer section. You know, like I said, everything you've seen around is generated from personal funds. So it's not been easy putting everything in place. So we have a client or a partner that came in and is interested in bringing in the birds for us to stock and also bring in the feed. So our job is to maintain them, ensure that everything is yes, then he gets his profit. And we get ours.
Nice.
What we do is consultancy, training, and also establishment of farms. So we do farm management, construction and management. Then we do consultancy for different firms. We currently have IT students on the farm.
IT students from the university?
Yeah, from Niger Delta University. Okay. So they are here for a 6 months IT.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is where we use for training. We also have executive trainees that comes in and take 2 weeks, 3 weeks training, and they go back to wherever they come from. We also issue certificates, of course. We have our projector stand here. If we want to use the projector, we also use the board and we also use the TV. Nice. So we can also put up some videos for them to see just to enhance their learning ability. Nice. So yeah, we have about 35 of them here currently on IT. And this is how we feed the rabbits. Okay. So she's actually preparing it for the rabbits. Nice. Yeah. So this is one of our IT students.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So Mr. Kester, how's the day been so far, the interview and all?
Yeah, it's been wonderful, more than I expected. Yeah. It's been eventful.
Nice. So I've had a great time. I've learned a lot, and we'll come to item 7. I see something special on the table. Mr. Kester here and our manager actually are hosting us. At the end of our interview, they actually thought it to actually put this together for us, entertain us, and we're very grateful.
You're welcome.
You know, we have Chris behind the camera. Chris Ekios is the one that's been assisting me.
This is really wonderful. You know, as tradition demand, being a core German, when you have visitors of this kind, at the end of the day, you need to at least entertain them properly. Yeah. We want to really tell the world that yes, we are farmers, and that stuff you see there is from our own farm, and should be able to have a taste. As when you go, you will continue to tell the gospel.
Yes.
Thank you.
And when I go, I'll continue to testify. Okay, Amos farms. So what's your advice to other youths out there that may think that violence or crime is the only way to make money?
Well, for me, I feel that if I can make it this far, anybody can make it because I came out of obscurity, abject poverty, but I never thought in the wrong direction. I've always been focused about life, hoping that tomorrow will be better than today. So another thing people need to understand is nobody negotiated with God which country to be born in. And yeah, so I believe God has made us Nigerians because he deemed it fit that this is where we ought to be and live and survive. So the whole idea of Japa is not the solution to our troubles. Yes, there's a lot going wrong with our country, but nobody's going to solve our problem. We have to solve our problem. And of course, there are so many opportunities in Nigeria. It's just that people have not really looked deep. You know, the majority of people always want to blame people for their failures, but you have to look within. There are so many opportunities, especially in agriculture. I can talk about agriculture because that's where I dwell. Like, I eat animal production, I drink animal production, I embrace it, I think about it. When I dream, that is what I dream. I see myself on the farm. Why? That's what I call passion for what I do. So I can talk a lot about it. In animal production or agriculture generally, there are so many opportunities. You can start on a small scale with little amounts of capital. These days, the internet helps a whole lot of problems. Of course, if you don't have much to do with, you can as well go to the internet, check videos. Like, our videos are very detailed. On your YouTube channel, on Kester Amos YouTube channel. So to reach us, you can just type Kester Amos on YouTube and you see most of our videos. We bring this whole farming thing to your doorsteps that will make it very easy and simple. We break it down, even how to start the construction, how to bring in the animals, how to manage the animals. We break it down for those who do not have much. So there are so many opportunities. It's best for you to look at one of these areas and delve into it rather than looking at fast cash, because whatever comes so fast doesn't last. That's the reality. So I think we should all look into agriculture.
Yes, wonderful. So that's an advice from our educator, teacher, consultant, farmer, businessman, tycoon, multi-millionaire. And the list just continues to describe who this man is. So I hope we take that advice out there, the opportunities in Nigeria, and let's do what we can to make our nation great. Thank you so much, sir, for having us today. Mr Kester, what are we toasting to today?
Yeah, we are toasting to...
We should grab our glasses of wine. Our manager has the bottle. This is a very special episode, actually. There's food, there's wine, there's so much happening at Kester Amos Farm. So you guys should come and check it out yourself. What are we toasting to?
So we are toasting to hard work. We're toasting to Kester Amos Consultancy at 8 years. We are toasting to good health. We are toasting to a better Nigeria. We are toasting to great Nigerian farmers. And we are toasting to a better future for our youths.
Yes. An impact to this generation and billions in this business. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Please go and check out Kester Amos' YouTube channel. Also, his contact details are in the description below, and they'll also be on the screen. You can reach out to them for consultancy, to set up your own farm. You can also invest in the business, and also there are opportunities to also learn from him. He has an education platform where you can actually call him or send him a WhatsApp message, right?
Yeah, that's
and then you can reach out to him and learn. Also, the produce are also there for sale. You can reach out to them and also purchase some. And thank you so much for watching. Stay wonderful. God bless. Let's go.